Happy lads, right, pay the move, boys.
It's an exercise that mirrors very closely how British troops worked in Afghanistan. In a training village inside RAF Akwatiri, soldiers from ANZIO Company 1 Lancs are moving from compound to compound, searching for insurgents and hidden weapons.
Yeah, so we moved into the village of SHALAKI, and we've got men in the police compound, which is building Blue 1, and the suspected enemy vehicle or suspicious vehicle behind Green 11. And basically we've now moving through the compounds on the left-hand side of the road, which is the red buildings, and we're moving down until we get opposite building Green 11 where the vehicle is, and from there we're going to move forward and search that vehicle and the suspected weapons cache in building 11.
For the next hour they move gingerly through the village. Then, as they search a vehicle, they come under fire.
This is a 1, 2 Charlie, contact. Okay, push round here.
With a man down, these troops now have to move him quickly to safety. And it's how they perform at this life-saving skill that they're really being tested on.
Okay, currently, you know, every battlefield is very diverse at the minute, so potentially there's people that might not be wearing green army uniform, and that's what we had today. So we had a man in civilian attire, came out with a gun, and he fired upon the UK forces. He injured one, and then we got a casualty. From there, the casualty is treated by the platoon sergeant and his work party, and then he was brought back to the HLS.
Heading for that landing zone is a Griffin helicopter from 84 Squadron. On board, the winchman helps guide them down, while on the ground, ANZIO Company have hastily prepared a landing zone, just as they would on a real battlefield. With the helicopter on the ground, the wounded soldier is moved on board, and the Griffin lifts off. For many of the senior soldiers, dealing with a battlefield casualty like this is something they've done for real in Afghanistan. But for many of the younger, newer troops, it's only ever been something they've done in training, which is why practicing it like this is so important.
I'd say probably most of the senior NCOs, full corporals, have all experienced this a good few times. It brings the reality to it, and plus when you're speaking to the younger lads, you can inject the realism into it, how it's happened and how it's probably going to happen again.
On the edge of the village, ANZIO are dealing with the last few insurgents and securing the perimeter. With the wounded Kingsman lifted to safety, the helicopter returns to collect several pretend enemy prisoners. 9 troops from the Duke of Lancaster's regiment lost their lives in Afghanistan, but many more were undoubtedly saved thanks to these casualty evacuation skills. Soldiering knowledge that can literally mean the difference between life and death. Simon Newton, Forces News, RAF Akwatiri.